Alright, well here we are today working on the pond, trying to clean out this pond scum again. This here is actually day 4 of the process. I was out here yesterday for day 3, but I didn't video any. I was out here for about an hour and a half yesterday before I had to stop. So I kept running into a few other problems. I mean, at times it was working good, at times it wasn't. So I had to do some rethinking. I come up with a better idea. So here's what I'm gonna do. Since this right here, pipe going to the pump, all right, and that's 1.5 inch pipe, and it's a 2-inch connection on the pump, 2-inch inlet and a 2-inch outlet. I was having a problem on like day 2 that some small sticks and little huckleberry things which are out here amongst all the scum that you can't really see. You might can see a few sticks here and there, but sometimes some of them would go into the bucket and get sucked up into the pipe, and luckily hang right there on that 90-degree elbow, so it wouldn't go in there and possibly damage the pump. But anyhow, so an idea I came up with to try to eliminate the problem of sticks and stuff going in there was to use something like this right here, like a door screen material, and put over the top of the bucket, which would have been like over the top here where the water goes in. But in doing that, because this duckweed here is so thick, it would immediately cover the top of the screen here without any of the duckweed scum going through the screen, and immediately the pump would suck every bit of the water out because it got clogged up at the top of the bucket, and then the bucket rised up because it's full of air, and the pump's sucking nothing. There's no duckweed going through the system. So I decided, well, these screen holes are too big, especially as thick as this is. So I said, well, let me cut several holes in it, make the holes bigger, and it did work better because it didn't completely clog it up right away, but it still would not go through here hardly. It still wouldn't take but just a few seconds, and even this would be full and clogged up this bucket where no water at all could go through the bucket. So I took it back off the bucket and kept running it like that. And the problem is I just had to keep babysitting it every so often because it's, again, the duckweed is so thick that when it got right there into the top of the bucket, yeah, it was sucking a lot of it down and sending it through the system and out over there at the catch screen. But after a while, because it wasn't sucking all the duckweed down, a lot of it would just sit right here on the top where the water was at. Of course, some would go in up underneath that top part, but the majority of it would collect right here. And it got so thick that whenever I would go scoop it out, it would be like as thick as the top of this bucket is wide. So I would have to take it out by the handfuls and throw it up on the bank and let the process go again. But I just had to keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that, and I don't want to have to babysit the thing like that. I want it to run smoothly on its own. So I come up with another idea to try. Alright, now I got this 2-inch pipe here. Now I got this 4-inch cap with a little bit of 4-inch thin wall PVC pipe in it. Of course, you can tell it's used from another project before. So anyhow, what I did is I took this 2-inch threaded male end, and I used my I can't even think straight. But anyhow, I made a hole, drilled a hole out, and put the threaded piece up through there. You can see I got the lock washer on it to hold it in place, and then got a 90-degree street elbow, long elbow, connected all the way up to the 2-inch pipe, and that's going to connect to this 2-inch pipe section, and then come up to the pump. I may put another long elbow, 90-degree street elbow right here before it goes up to the pump. That way it can try to keep the pipe going out to the inlet part as level as possible. It won't be perfect, but it'll be better than just having the pipe come straight up to the inlet of the pump. So that's what I'm about to do now. I'm about to just take this whole pipe system right here out, and we're going to get this hooked up, and then we're going to see how it works. Hopefully it's going to work a heck of a lot better than this system did, because I got to get this pond cleaned up. This is pure out ugly. Okay, I finally have it all hooked up. You see I got my 2-inch PVC pipe, and I did, like I said, I put another elbow here to try to, so it wouldn't be going up at quite such an angle, because it'd be a lot bigger angle if it came from there straight down to the inlet. And I put that that fence stake right there in the it's like a little miniature T-stake. I drove it down into the ground under the water of the pond, and that way it can help support the inlet part, which it's just right there. There you can see it. Now it's just under the edge of the water there. Now I got a piece of paracord tied to the pipe and tied to that stake to help hold it in place and to help maintain the height of the inlet part, because I want it to stay just below the surface. So once I crank this up, I'm probably gonna have to come back out here and adjust the pipe right there with the paracord on it. So now I'm fixing to fire this baby up, and let's see how it works. Oh, one other thing to mention is I didn't want to glue any of these pipe sections together, because I may need them again later for another project or some plumbing work. So what works for doing this right here is I just took some electrical tape, and everywhere there's a joint, I just used electrical tape and taped it together real good so it wouldn't slip apart. Plus it seals up the connection, so there's no air or water coming in through that connection. And I did the same thing out there where the inlet's at. So as you can see, everywhere right here there's tape for all the joints holding it together, except for right there, that's one of those rubber couplings. Use some scrap PVC pieces, and you know, got it all sealed up, and let's see how it works. Okay, y'all gonna have to try to excuse all the loud noise from the pump running, but I got it all hooked up, it's running, and you can see it just steadily sucking it down. Now I did have an issue when I first crunked it up. I had a slight issue because it sucked so hard, it sucked the pipe tip out of the water and got air. So I had to go back and retie that. I first had it tied so it wouldn't suck it down, but I had to retie it so that it wouldn't allow it to go up. So now it's tied in place. I've got it tied where the nozzle, the intake on it, is just below the surface there. And you can see it's got a steady flow, steadily sucking all the water and the duckweed down into it. We're going to try to let it run here for an hour, maybe two. And hopefully we're going to do a lot better today than what we've been doing on getting this pond cleared up. And now that I got it all configured to a better process, we should be able to get this pond cleaned up a lot quicker. What would make it faster if I had another pump right over there on that side, right over there somewhere. That way you got this side skimming the top, that side skimming the top. It get cleaned up a lot faster. But I think I got an idea for a second pump. I just have to see what I can do. So, like I said, working good. I'm liking it. The only problem with this right here is because it's just a straight open 4-inch pipe there, it could easily suck down some debris, sticks and huckleberries, things like that don't need to go in there. But if it does and it clogs it up, we'll deal with it then. But if it don't catch at one of these 90-degree street elbows, it should catch right there at that regular 90. And there's also a regular 90 over there on that corner. So anyhow, again, this is day 4. We're making progress.